Oh boy, oh boy. Oh god, I'm choking. Hi, I'm Zach, and today we're just gonna be drawing. I'm a little tired. So please don't mind my yawning. It's been a thing. In my bottom right, you guys should see a little video playing. Because I decided to watch something while we stream. Well, anyway, without a further ado, let's get into it. Doo-doo-doo. Most of these are just gonna be like the anon. I'm not sure if you guys are around for this, but they're mostly just anon X My Little Pony characters. Uh, Speaking of My Little Pony, I guess I should draw something pony related while we listen. So yeah, let's get started. How do I press start
Oh,
with
look!
this?
It's the very hungry caterpillar, bitches!
What
Just
the
look
fuck?
at how hungry that motherfucker is!
What the fuck?
On Monday, he ate through one apple, but he was still hungry. On Tuesday, he ate through 2 pears, but he was still hungry. On Wednesday, he ate through 3 plums, but he was still fucking hungry. On Thursday, he ate through 4 goddamn strawberries, but fuck me, that bastard was still fucking hungry. On Friday, he ate through 5 oranges, skins and all, 5 motherfucker. But his bottomless chasm of an invertebrate stomach still demands.
Oh, so it is playing from here, but how? Okay, we're gonna unmute that. I feel like that should have helped. Oh, there we go. Ooh.
Well, it's that time again. Hearthwarming Eve, the time where fillies and colts are playing in the snow, coming up with all sorts of creative games and activities. And then, well, there's you. Welcome to your life, Anonymous. You are a human living in a world full of colorful cartoon equines, and it's been that way for nearly 2 years now. But right now, all you care about is getting yourself warm. The middle of the winter is the most unforgiving thing about this world. While ponies have fur in addition to their winter garb, you're stuck with your bare skin and bed sheets, as the local boutique owner, Rarity, would not allow you to have simple cloth to cover yourself, and instead came up with the most artistic, decorative design pajamas you have ever laid your eyes on. Nope, not gonna wear those to bed. Mostly because of the booty she conveniently placed on them. You'd never get caught dead wearing that thing. The only sources of heat in your house at the current time are the fireplace and the stove, neither of which are in your room, of course. And since these ponies have no idea what insulation is, you're stuck with just drywall and thin bed sheets to keep you warm during the winter. Your ears perk up when you hear a faint tapping on your window. You cock your head to the right to see Fluttershy's head bobbing up and down as she floats outside. You remember your first interaction
I'm not
with her.
exactly
You've been
sure.
doing your
What
best
should
to
I
keep them
draw?
suppressed, but when she comes to your house every day, it's hard. Because of said interactions, you've given her the nickname
Fucking Flutterslide.
though you tend to have the patience to deal with her on a daily basis, as long as it's only a few minutes at a time. Since it's just the window, you sit up and walk over to it. She gets this big grin on her face, like she expects you to open it and let her in.
Huh, fuck that.
You close your curtains and then slink across the floor into the comfort of your bed once again. And then there's a knock at the door.
Anon? You've been cooped up in your house all day, and it's nearly noon. You must be freezing there all alone.
Damn, you didn't get a wink of sleep last night because of the freezing temperatures, so your patience isn't nearly as formidable as it usually is. The knocking, the infernal knocking. It rings through your eardrums with the panging sound like your grandmother's old clock that would always echo through her house every hour.
God damn. God damn. You don't need to knock that much.
You throw your sheets off of you and walk over to the door, still in your bog, boxers.
Jesus.
This cold can really just kiss your ass right now. You have other problems to focus on.
I think
You
this
look out
person
the
has a
door, small
clear
window, and see
favorite.
that the snow's piled up at least 2 or 3 feet.
So
much that
that's funny.
Fluttershy has to flap her wings just to stay above the snow. You grunt angrily, slamming your fist against the wall in frustration. You were planning on going out to buy some food later today. Looks like that plan's wasted.
Oh my. Oh wait, can I use... Oh wait, can I use this? Hello? Oh, why is it on one ear?
Before walking away from the door, your laughs muffled by the door and snow-covering haze. You decide that today you weren't going to freeze your ass off, so you head over to the fireplace, lighting it and placing a few spare logs onto it every so often to warm up. Just as you start feeling the ice
There we go.
melting away from your shoulders, you hear a second knock.
Hi.
Not now, Fluttershy. Not in the mood today.
Leaving me out in the cold like that? That's no way to treat a bro.
Ah, Rainbow Dash. Always coming to your rescue when you least
Nice.
expect it. She was the first one to find you when you arrived in this world, and she's been the closest friend you could ever imagine since. Whether it's movies, drinking cider, exercising...
It's getting more and more just like
You never
hatred
thought a
towards
girl could be
Fluttershy.
such a bro to you, but she proved that theory to be completely false. You even started to replace her name, calling her Rainbro, as a testament to her broness. You quickly sprint over to the door, opening it just in time to see Fluttershy scurrying off into a nearby bush.
Nice.
Whenever Rainbro's with you, it seems Flutterslut tends to keep her distance. Might be because she doesn't want to destroy the friendship the two of them share, what with the elements of harmony and all that you found out about. Rainbow speeds out of the cold and into the house, and by the time you manage to close the door, she's shaking the snow off of her fur and mane and sitting up next to the fireplace warming herself. You walk over to her and grin.
Did you bring the stuff?
Fuck yeah, I brought this stuff.
You've noticed that your occasional language has rubbed off on her. That, or she's just trying to act tough to be cool around you. Either way, you don't mind. She's still your bro, after all.
So, which movie first?
She drops the saddlebag on the ground, and various movie cases spill out of it, along with a few bottles of a special brew the two of you share a like interest for. Applejack Daniels, brewed secretly by the apples themselves just for you two. You immediately go through the stash of movies she brought, picking out a high-speed action movie first and pressing it into the television. With help from yourself, the local inventor was able to come up with the first basic television set in all of Equestria. Though it's still in black and white and doesn't get a signal for anything. So you just use it for movies that you had stashed back on Earth that came with you when you arrived. The two of you proceed to crash down onto your couch and reach over for a blanket.
You want in?
You give the blanket a swift flick to spread it out flat over you, and you look over at Rainbow. She has the strangest expression on her face. A mix of embarrassment and... what's up with her wings?
No thanks. I'm fine.
You shrug. Hey, if she doesn't want in, more blanket for you then. The two of you continue to play movie after movie, chugging down bottle after bottle of Applejack Daniels. Eventually you're on what you believe is your third bottle. You lost count at 12. Rainbow's fast asleep, sprawled out on the couch, her head resting on your thigh. You smile and throw a part of the blanket over her to keep her warm. She's your bro after all. Can't let a bro go to sleep in the freezing cold. The movie marathon ends, and both of you are passed out, opened movie cases and bottles of Applejack Daniels littering the floor in a minefield-like array leading between the couch and the television set. The next day...
What happened last night?
You sit up and shake your head a bit, and immediately you feel the after effects of all of the drinks from the night before. Your head is throbbing, and you fall back down onto the cushions of the couch. At least the sun's blocked from coming in. Thanks Celestia for the snow yesterday. The clouds are blocking the deadly rays of sunlight from beaming through your window and into your face. Wait a minute. What's this soft, furry thing next to you? Oh yeah, last night, Rainbow must have fallen asleep and crashed on your couch. Well, being the bro that you are, you wouldn't want to ruin a bro's good sleep. So you simply smile and slide out the blanket, making as little a racket as possible. Well, you would, if you weren't completely shit-faced the night before. You fuck up, trip, and fall flat on your face on the cold, hard floor. So much for that plan.
Awesome night, huh, Nan?
You don't even look up, but you hold a thumbs up to her before changing it to a fist. She chuckles a bit before completing the glorious ritual of broism.
Oh, my head. Not the best way to wake up in the morning. Especially on Hearthwarming Eve.
Oh yeah, that's today, right? So, what do you have planned for today, Anon?
You think for a moment. That's right. You really didn't plan anything.
I'm snowed in, but I've got enough food to last a few days.
So, a chill-out day.
Hell yeah!
Sounds good to me. I'm gonna head into the kitchen and see what you have.
Alright, I'm gonna go head into the shower then.
She nods, a slight blush on her cheeks, but you assume it's from getting completely hammered the night before. No time to focus on that right now, though. Time to wake up for the day. You head into the bathroom, and even from here, you can hear her moving stuff around in the kitchen. After stripping out of your clothes, you walk into the shower area and turn the nozzle.
Growing up
The
and
feeling of
forgetting
time
art.
stopping and the split seconds between turning the nozzle and the water falling onto your head is always relaxing. It's wonderful that the ponies were willing to help you create a house that was almost identical to...
Holy Mother of God! Cold water! Cold water! Ah!
You let out a yelp as the water runs down your back, every pore and skin cell freezing down to the very DNA that created them. It's like Mr. Freeze just decided to drop into your water supply and fuck with you. Oh shit. She heard your yelping. The sound of clanking around in the kitchen is stopped, and you can quickly hear the rushing sound of her wings as she flies in your direction. Oh no, no, no! You have to quickly move. Water off. Clothes. Shit, they're on the other side of the bathroom.
Anonymous, are you alright?
Her magenta eyes go wide as she sees you standing there in the middle of the bathroom looking like one of those discus thrower statues. Only you're reaching for your clothes and not throwing anything. And you're frozen in place. Her eyes are locked on
Nice.
only one place. The awkward
Nice.
silence between the two of you is almost unbearable.
Nice.
And you inch ever so slowly to the nearest pair of clothing.
Sorry about that. Heh.
You finally manage to grab a piece of clothing and cover your lower regions with it. A sock.
Oh my.
Wonderful, Anonymous. Still no response from her. I mean, aside from complete shock.
Oh, sorry about walking in on you like that, Nun.
Her wings are still rigid like statues, and her face red as she tries to look away from you. She may move her head away, but her magenta red eyes are still locked firmly on your naked form. You quickly move to grab the rest of your clothing, picking them up to have something decent covering your lower regions.
I'll just be going back to food, alright?
Crisis averted. And back to your shower.
Wow.
It was a lot more calming than you thought it would be, especially after the spectacle that just took place. You walk out of the shower, slipping into your pants from last night. They're not dirty, so why waste the resources getting them clean?
Nah,
Into the
that's
kitchen
the
you go,
incel
where
shit.
Rainbow
That's
already seems
incel
to be
shit.
cooking something.
They're not dirty, so...
Smells good.
She smiles and turns to look at you. You don't have a shirt. Her blush instantly returns, and she mutters,
It's just toast, you know? Nothing really special about it.
You just shrug and walk over to her. She's cooking it on the stove, in a skillet. It's new to you, though you've heard of it made in similar ways. It looks like she covered the slices of bread with butter before she threw them onto it too, giving off that delicious smell. You open the cabinet and pull out 2 plates. Time to show her what you're made of.
Hey bro, pass those slices of toast over here.
She grins at you and nods, waiting just a few more seconds before taking the skillet off of the stove and flipping the slices of toast into the air. You proceed to dive through the air, plates outstretched in your hands, as you slam onto the kitchen floor face first, the 2 slices of toast landing directly onto the 2 plates. Oh yeah, you are feeling like a complete boss right now. The 2 of you sit down at the table, and Rainbow grabs a jar full of berries and tries opening it with her teeth, to no avail.
Here, let me get that. There you go.
You hand the jar to her, and she nods, pouring the contents onto both slices of toast. You smile, picking one up and taking a bite out of it.
Nice.
Huh.
It's
This
funny
is
because I
new.
don't remember much
Usually
more
you put
about
jelly
my
on your
character.
toast, but
Oh my sweet merciful God, this is delicious.
this may very well be the best damn slice of toast you've ever
What's with
had.
this music
You
choice in the
hold your fist
background?
in the air, and Rainbow does the same with her hoof. Before the two of you slam them into each other, the very air around you crackling with static electricity as a lightning bolt strikes the ground outside, causing a booming thunder to shatter every piece of glass in your house. At least, that's how epic it felt like.
So yeah, sorry about walking in on you like that. I was worried that Fluttershy could have been hiding in there.
It's all good. You were just looking out for your bro, that's all.
So, you're not mad or anything?
No way. We're bros after all. It's not like you're Fluttershy or Applejack or something.
Yeah, Applejack had recently started following down the dark path of Flutterslut. Only with her, she was much more upfront about her needs, if that's the right word to use.
Yeah, I wouldn't try anything like that.
Hey, you and me, Rainbow. Bros to the end.
She nods a bit absently, but you don't notice because you're too busy relishing in this delicious concoction melting in your mouth. Mmm. It's
Oh
good.
crap! Hold on a second. I just realized I
Yeah.
don't remember.
Rose to the end.
Damn. That was the best breakfast you've had in a while. It wasn't very comparable to what you were used to during Hearthwarming Eve, but after being trapped in your house the past few days due to the snow, you would eat just about anything. You sit back, feeling content that after around 5 slices of berry-covered toast, that you're on good food for now.
Hey, bro. You seem to be used to the snow being like this. You got any ideas on what we can do for fun?
Well, last I remember, the snow isn't supposed to stop until later tonight. So we've got a lot of...
Alright, Anon. Y'all better just come quietly, or the cold's gonna keep on coming.
Damn it all, it's Applejack. Speak or think of the devil, and he shall appear in the form of a pony that is easily
Okay,
capable
so
of taking you down with one
I remember
slam of her
my
powerful
character's
hind
supposed
legs.
to be a
The damn cold isn't helping much either.
changeling
That fucking pony
into
knocked
some
down the only
person's
barrier keeping
body.
the cold out. Against your better
And
judgment,
that person just
you peer
happened
out
to
from
die.
behind the kitchen wall as Rainbow leaps up into the air and confronts the earth pony.
But
Hey, Jay, what do you think you're
I'm
doing?
having trouble finding.
Howdy, Rainbow. You're just in time.
Oh, never mind. I found something.
And now, it's time to get what I came here for.
She grins while walking over to you. Fucking cold weather, you should have put something on to cover your torso before heading into the kitchen. Then again, you didn't exactly plan on having to deal with a horny mare that had the leg strength to break down just about anything standing between her and your nether regions.
Seriously? You bust down my door for something like this? Do you have any idea how hard it is for me to fix that thing every fucking time you or Fluttershy managed to knock it down?
You protest, coming out from behind the wall while Applejack licks her lips, staring at your torso and quite possibly ignoring anything that you're saying at this point.
Now, Anon, we can do this the easy way,
She says, leaping up and pinning you down against the cold floor.
or the hard way.
You struggle under her, but she has you pinned, the cold floor not helping your escape in any way.
Though, I'd prefer the hard way.
She grins as she begins to lower her head down to your chest, flicking her tongue against your skin. Fuck the wind. It makes it even colder. Wait a minute. Your legs aren't pinned. You quickly fling your lower body up against her, wrapping your legs around her back and up to her head.
Now, what in tarnation?
She's cut off when you begin squeezing your legs together as hard as you can. After about 10 to 15 seconds, she finally collapses, just barely making it down to the waist of your pants before being knocked out cold. That was close. You push her unconscious self off of you and look over to Rainbow. She seems fine for the most part, winded but otherwise unharmed.
What the
You
fuck?
alright, bro?
I actually never knew
Yeah.
why.
I'm fine.
You nod at her before walking over to the door. You pick it up and do everything
was
you
like a
can to
whole
lift it
thing
back
of
over the
them
doorway, pushing it in as
choosing.
best you can. You smile and take a few steps back, admiring your handiwork. The second you turn around, the door falls again, the cold air rushing inside.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You turn back around to set the door up on a slight angle. Hopefully this time it'll stay in place. Still, a slight draft manages to find its way inside. You decide that you're not going to last long shirtless in the middle of the winter like this. You walk into your bedroom and come out a few moments later wearing a long-sleeved shirt. No way is this cold gonna get to you now. Rainbow has since managed to get to her feet and is checking on Applejack.
Whoa! She's out cold. Where did you learn something like that?
I did a lot of self-defense stuff before arriving in this world.
It was true. You had been bullied at a young age, so your parents signed you up for self-defense classes. Waste of money, you had thought, up until coming to Equestria. Now, while still a bit basic after so many years, it was nonetheless your greatest tool in this world. Though, as of right now, Applejack is no longer a threat, at least for the next few hours. Even then, she'll still be dazed a bit. You decide that, since it's her forming Eve, you might as well not just leave her on your floor. You walk over and pick her up, deciding on setting her on your bed to sleep. Hey, at least it's not at the same time you're sleeping in there.
You sure that's a good idea, Non? After she slammed down your door and tried to do that stuff to you?
We can't just leave her like that, bro. She may be a bit confused, but still, that's no reason for her to stay on the floor.
You reach over for a nearby blanket and cover Applejack with it before walking out of your bedroom.
Hopefully, she'll manage to see I'm not just some toy for her pleasure. Come on, I'm sure we still have a few movies we have left to watch.
She's way ahead of you on this. She's already back in front of the television, searching through the stash of movies she brought with her.
Oh! What about this one?
She asks, holding up a case. It's Daring Do in the Griffin's Goblet.
Yeah, sure. Put it in and start it up.
You say, landing on the couch with a plopping sound as you land on the cushions. She beams with excitement before putting it in and flying back over to the sofa to sit next to you. You've heard her talking about this series, but never bothered to watch it yourself. Might as well stick around. She's your bro after all, so you need to keep up with what she's interested in. The movie itself lasts for around 2 hours and reminds you vaguely of the Indiana Jones series from back on Earth. Vaguely being that you had watched it as a small child, but would never watch it after the first few times when you were younger.
Nice.
Nonetheless, the movie is fairly well done in quality, better than you had expected from a book-to-movie experience. In fact, by the time the credits are rolling, you and Rainbow are sitting on the edge of the sofa in excitement.
That was so awesome!
She exclaims, smiling at the screen while she watches the names of various ponies run down the screen as outtakes play on the side.
Yeah, I didn't really expect much. That was actually really good.
So, what do you say, huh? Wanna watch the rest of them?
Fuck it, why not? The first one was entertaining enough.
Go right on ahead. I'm just gonna head into the kitchen to fix up a quick snack to go with the movie.
You stand up off the couch. You hear a squee escape your bro as she leaps over to the television and prepares the second movie. You walk into the kitchen, your hands quickly combing through the contents of the cabinets to try and find something. You raise an eyebrow as you feel something smooth and round inside. You wrap your hand around it and pull it out. It's an apple.
Howdy, Non.
Well, you're fucked. Literally.
What the fuck?
You quickly spin around and see Applejack standing there in the kitchen.
What the hell? When did you wake up? How'd you get in here without us knowing?
You'd be surprised just how much y'all get into those movies of yours.
She grins, trotting over to you. You're cornered on the far side of the kitchen, away from the entrance to the living room.
I could easily just slip right past you, so I did. Been waiting in the kitchen here for about 20 minutes. Now, where were we?
She grins, rearing up on her hind legs and placing her hooves onto the counter around you, holding your arms down under them.
No.
Damn
no.
ponies and their ungodly leg strength. You struggle under her hooves, but that only seems to fuel her hunger. She lunges forward in a kiss, and you instinctively lean back to try to get away.
I've been waiting for a long time for this, Non.
She grins, pressing her body against yours, and despite your efforts, they're futile as she trails her mouth down your neck.
Looks like you'll have to wait even longer then.
Before Applejack has a chance to react, Rainbow comes to your rescue, picking Applejack up by the shoulders of her front legs and lifting her up into the air. Despite her struggling and thrashing, she's helpless to escape Rainbow's grip. Suddenly, you get an idea.
Hey bro, you think the lake's frozen over yet?
You grin up at Rainbow and she almost instantly gets the message, while Applejack's eyes widen and her pupils shrink to the size of pinpricks. You sprint off to the door, lifting it to where Rainbow can safely slip out while carrying Applejack before closing it behind her. While you wait, you head into the kitchen and look down at the counter that you are pinned at. You notice that the apple is still there. Can't hurt, it's just an apple after all, right? You pick it up and take a bite out of it. Fucking delicious.
It's not an apple. It's not just any apple. It's a Bill Cosby apple. Oh no. Lovely. Oh wait, I forgot I can use my special tools.
After a few minutes, Rainbow returns and knocks on the door. You quickly rush over to it and let her inside. She walks into the house and shakes off the snow that had accumulated on her mane and fur.
So, how'd it go?
You're curious as to what had become of Applejack in such a short amount of time. The lake was much farther away than that, and not even Rainbow could fly that fast while carrying Applejack's weight in return and how quickly she did.
Didn't quite make it to the lake, but I have a feeling you'll like what happened even better.
Where'd you leave her?
Let's just say she'll be a bit tied up for the time being. Big Mac and Granny Smith were out and saw me carrying her by, and they offered to take care of her.
You and Big Mac lassoed her legs together, didn't you?
So Anon, he can read me like a book.
Big Mac and Granny Smith are always watching out for you. If Rainbow wasn't already your bro, Big Mac and Granny Smith would definitely be. Would that even work? You'd have to fit bro somewhere in both of their names. Big Brokentosh and Brony Smith? Nah.
So, which one was next on the list of movies?
Oh yeah,
I
that's
feel
right.
like Mac and Bro would work
Almost
better.
forgot.
She rushes over to the television. You walk over with her and she hands you the case to the next movie the two of you have in store.
I feel like that's a
Dude,
way
listen
better
to
thing
that
to
first
say Mac
stone.
and Bro.
Is it good?
It's the first one I ever read. It's the one that got me into the series in the first place. Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
It's good, all right.
She smirks up at you, hitting the play button. Both of you crash onto the couch, and as you pull up a blanket to keep the two of you warm, she unexpectedly curls up next to you. You think nothing of it, of course. It's cold, and she probably just wants the extra body heat.
Yeah, it's just a bro thing. It's just a bro thing.
You chuckle a
don't
bit as the
understand.
opening of the
It's a
movie
bro thing.
starts.
It's a bro thing. It's a bro thing.
Oh no, did he just...
Oh yeah, he did.
Rainbow exclaims as Awizotel snatches the relic from Daring Do with his handtail. Both of you are on the edge of the couch once again in excitement. This one was even more entertaining than the first one you watched. The two of you stay in that position until Daring Do comes in and takes the relic back at the end of the movie. By the credits, the two of you are literally cheering and jumping up and down in excitement and joy as Daring Do runs off into the jungle once again to make her getaway.
Wahoo!
You pull Rainbow into a huge bro hug fueled by the adrenaline of the situation.
Yeah.
She wraps her hooves back around your waist and looks a bit flustered as she does. When the hug ends, she doesn't let go.
Bro?
Her eyes widen and she shakes her head quickly before looking up at you.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
She lets you go. You look outside. By now, it's somewhere around mid-afternoon.
So which one now?
How about this one?
You reply, picking up another Daring Do movie, thinking that you should keep the trend going. 2 out of 3 have been good so far. Those are damn good ones. However, when you show her the cover, her eyes widen and her face instantly goes beet red, and she shakes her head violently.
No! Don't want to watch that one.
She stammers, flying over quickly to try to take the case from you.
And why's that?
You keep it out of her reach, hiding it behind your back and using your hand as a buffer between her and the movie case. You didn't think it was possible, but lo and behold, her face gets even redder.
Well, that one's not nearly as good as the others.
Oh? What makes you say that?
Well, there's not nearly as many action scenes of her kicking butt in
What kind of stuff? Is there something that happens that you don't want me to see?
Her wings instantly flap outward, shaking a bit nervously. Why do her wings always do that in situations like this? She should be used to it by now. She knows you don't mean it or anything.
Fine. That's how you want it. Go ahead and put it in.
You snicker at your victory before putting the movie in and pressing play.
It's porn, isn't it? I have a strange feeling.
An
it's
hour
porn.
or two later. Fuck. Oh, sweet holy Jesus. Why did you do that? You shouldn't have done that.
Told ya.
Your eyes feel like they should be burned from the inside out for what you have witnessed.
Didn't see that coming.
She snickers a bit, her wings just slightly out as she watches you recover from it.
Here, drink this. It'll make you feel better.
She hands you a leftover bottle of Applejack Daniels, grabbing another for herself. The two of you clink bottles together before taking a huge swig of the drink. This continues until you no longer feel uncomfortable about the scene you had just witnessed.
It's definitely. There's no way they didn't just accidentally watch porn. That has to be porn.
Ain't half bad.
Rainbow nods, nuzzling up against you once again as the movie continues. Your drunken state is even less aware of it, however, which causes you to be even more caught off guard when she asks her next question.
Anon, what do you think of me?
What are you talking about?
Well, you know, do you consider me a friend?
What? Where the fuck did this come from?
Of course I do. You're my bro after all.
You're my bro. No kidding.
Hey, what's wrong?
It's just, I don't know. Do you ever think that we could be more than just normal bros?
She looks up at you, her magenta eyes filled with a sense of longing almost.
What? You mean like super bros?
Fuck you and your drunken logic.
No, not quite. I mean, like, more than bros, or super bros, or super mega awesome bros, you know?
What do you mean, bro?
Damn it, Anon! You're not listening to me!
Fuck you, your drunken logic, and your drunken obliviousness.
I mean, like a special someone!
Your eyes widen. Wait, did she just say... Come on, Anon, this is your bro we're talking about. Both of you have been together since day one. But she's a pony and you're a human. But she's just as human as anything else you've ever made friends with. Damn conflicting thoughts in your head. You need a drink.
Anon?
Rainbow's voice snaps you back into reality. She's still hovering over you, your faces just inches apart. Your mind is still attempting to process everything that just happened in the span of the last 20 seconds or so.
Analyzing. Resident. Mind.exe has encountered a problem and needs to close. Restart?
What the fuck?
Yes or no?
What the fuck?
Restart process has been initiated. Restarting.
What the fuck?
The silence between the two of you continues.
Oh, okay.
You can see that your mind is working
did
at
something
full drunken
break?
capacity.
Anon! You in there, buddy?
Mind.exe is running slowly. Would you like to clear up some space?
Honestly,
yes or no?
same. Honestly,
Closing
same.
species barrier.exe. Please wait a moment.
Okay, it went quiet.
Rinbro nods, still hovering over you, part of her lower mane hanging down onto your shirt.
I have. For a long time now, Anon.
Her eyes lower a bit and her gaze detracts, but then soon
I
returns to
have.
you.
Until now, I don't know. I guess I didn't have the guts until tonight to tell you.
That's probably the biggest cliche in the book, but hearing it from Rainbow makes it completely different for you. Especially since, you know, both of you are completely shit-faced drunk.
How long?
You keep asking questions so that your brain can still process the last question she just answered. Turns out ever since she met you, she's had an infatuation for you. Your enjoyment of sports and athletics were just the right things to get her interested in you, apparently. Fluttershy and Applejack just made it even easier for her to get close to you when they started making their own attempts to get with you. Of course, she's been having her own fantasies of being with you like that, but never acted on them for fear of you putting her in the same category as the other two. Also, she's telling you all of this in the span of about 10 seconds because she's so nervous. You still find it hard to believe that your mind can actually process this fast despite being intoxicated. I mean, hell, your regular state of mind could probably never process it this effectively. All the while, she's slowly inching closer and closer as she talks, until her snout boops your nose. The two of you are quiet for what seems like hours, neither of you moving a muscle. Suddenly, Rainbow tries to stifle a giggle. She fails miserably and the two of you are immediately laughing in drunken stupor. Once the two of you calm down, you smile up at her and wrap your arms around her in a hug.
Well, must have taken a lot of guts to say something like that. Definitely a classic Rainbow Dash style way of doing things.
Her eyes widen a bit in surprise.
Wait, Anon. Did you call me Rainbow Dash?
You snicker a bit before a sly grin curls across your lips.
Well, why not?
You lean in close and place a small peck on her forehead. Nothing big, but a small token of affection.
You're my special sun pony after all, you know.
Oh my
Her eyes
god, what
widen
the
to the
fuck?
point where you think they're going to pop out of her head. You're
Okay, so
suddenly
I stopped
wondering how
paying
those
attention
female
just to pay
characters in
attention to
Japanese
that.
anime series are able to pull it off.
Okay.
She blinks a few times, smiles, and then her eyes roll back and she collapses, falling limp onto your chest, a deep blush on her cheeks. Well, guess that's one way to react.
Okay.
That following morning, there's a knock at the door. You slowly open your eyes, only to find out that fucking Celestia decided to waltz on into your sleepy time with her fucking sunlight burning through the fucking window into your fucking eyes.
Sounds like Celestia.
Fuck, it's so bright. You hold up your hand to block the light and notice Rainbow Dash sleeping soundly on your chest. The events from last night are still a bit of a blur due to your hangover, but you remember everything you need to. You smile lightly, slowly easing your way out to not wake her, keeping the blanket wrapped and tucked around her like a cocoon. You walk over to the door and open it, stretching a bit as the morning sun hits you.
Oh, Hanan, glad to see you made it through the snowstorm. I've been looking for Rainbow. Have you seen her?
It's a purple unicorn with a dark purple mane and a pink highlight running through the middle of it. Twilight Sparkle.
Oh, yeah.
You mutter groggily, nodding and scratching your head, before your eyes widen and you kneel down to eye level with her, placing a finger to your lips and making motions to let her know that Rainbow was still sleeping. She nods in understanding.
I'll come back later then.
She smiles and nods before walking off. Speaking of which, it looks like the snow has stopped falling. Billies are playing in it outside, and you notice that Twilight conveniently cleared a path to your doorstep from the sidewalk. What a bro. Though she's not quite Rainbow to your status yet. In the distance, there's an orange mare trotting towards your house, her head hanging down a bit dejectedly. Fucking Applejack's coming back for round 3.
What do you want?
You close the door slowly behind you as you walk outside.
Listen, Anon, I'm sorry about the way I've been acting towards you. Guess it's just my instincts, that's all.
She looks up at you. You don't know what it is, but you can definitely feel the sincerity in her voice.
Well, I'm still a bit skeptical about that, but I'm willing to forgive you in time. Though I'm not letting you off the hook that easily. I want 7 apples from your orchard every week. I get to pick them out myself.
Sounds like a plan.
She smiles brightly up at you, holding out a hoof.
Friends, once again?
You smile, taking it in your hand and shaking it.
Friends.
At least until I decide to hit you up next.
She winks slyly at you. You give her the smuggest grin you can make.
Well, we'll see how Rainbow thinks about that.
It takes her a few seconds to process this.
Wait a minute. So, does that mean you and Rainbow?
Applejack's jaw drops when she realizes what you mean by that. You grin, turning around and walking inside of the house, fully confident that Applejack has been thoroughly shocked by your handiwork. Well done, Anon. As you enter, Rainbow slowly nodding herself awake.
What happened last night?
She asks, turning to look at you.
I had the best dream.
Oh? What was it about?
You ask, leaping over the top of the couch, plopping down onto the cushion next to the sleeping Pegasus. She immediately blushes.
Nothing. It was just a dream. That's all.
You sure, Rainbow? You absolutely sure about that?
You ask, a grin still plastered on your face. And like Applejack, when she realizes what you mean by that, her jaw drops. You laugh and pick her up into a tight hug. She returns it, nuzzling into your neck.
Happy hearthwarming, Rainbow Dash.
Happy heartwarming to you too, Anon.
She mutters, muffled by hiding her face in your shirt, which had
Oh,
suddenly
this is
become
surprisingly
moist where her eyes
cute
were.
when you're listening to it.
Best gift I could ever ask for.
boy. I think this will be good. So we finished the first one. I'm gonna start getting the next layer started. Next drawing, I mean. I have no idea for this next one. I don't know. I'm probably gonna try to add something else instead of trying My Little Pony over and over.
The air that day was crisp and surprisingly warm, despite it being the middle of the winter.
There's the video.
The snow had gone down a bit, though small fillies and colts still
Let
played
me
in the
turn
snow.
down the audio.
Not that you
of
would
the
know about
video.
that, though. You decided to celebrate your newfound relationship with your bro-turned-babe, and so the two of you plopped yourselves onto your couch, cuddled up under a warm blanket, and continued to watch the rest of the Daring Do movie series, despite the traumatizing images of the third Daring Do move. Oh god, not the octopus again. Oh god, why did they have to put that in there?
What the fuck?
You wake up in a cold sweat, your heart racing as your head shoots up and pulls you out from your slumber.
Okay.
Huh, you must have fallen asleep sometime during the movie. It's pitch black
Oh,
outside
God.
now.
Okay, so next
Just
drawing, I'm not really sure what
a
to
dream.
do. You know?
Just a dream.
You're panting a bit, muttering softly as to not wake up the mare sleeping on your chest. You smile, just laying there for a moment, watching her body move with your chest as you breathe. She must have fallen asleep during the movie as well. You gently place a hand on her mane, running your thumb
my
lightly along the
God.
outside. It's like silk, you think to yourself. Yeah? You could get used to this.
Hey, Anon!
What is it, Brain?
Time for some post-alcoholic deep thinking!
Ah, fuck. Why now? Your brain always knows just the perfect time it can fuck you over. Could humans and ponies really even be together like that? You have to admit, after 2 years of having no
Oh,
human
God.
contact, it's not like the thought hasn't crossed your mind. You can worry about that later. Right now, what's important is that nothing between you and your bro is kept hidden anymore. You close your eyes with a smile on your face, and Rainbow subconsciously nuzzles herself closer into your chest. That morning, you woke up from your being sound asleep in the most relaxing way possible. You assume that it's cloudy outside, mostly because you aren't waking up this time to sunlight blinding you. You slowly open your eyes to see 2 more staring right at you.
Morning, Anon.
She smiles at you, moving up to nuzzle against your cheek. She has the most adorable half-asleep face on her right now. And those eyes, those beautiful magenta irises, you couldn't even fathom why your brain was having doubts about this.
Sleep well?
You smile, hugging her tightly to you.
Better than you might think. Gotta say, you're no cloud, but you're damn comfortable.
She laughs, pushing up out of your grip and floating in the air above you.
Well, come on, sleepyhead, get up. Gotta get you out of the house now that the snow's stopped.
She shakes your shoulders to wake you up.
All right, don't worry, I'm up.
You laugh, sitting up
Okay.
onto the sofa and
Guys,
stretching
I'm
a
gonna go
bit,
get-
feeling your body popping in at least 7 different places. Damn, that felt good. But no time for that, Anon. Rainbow seems to have plans for today. The two of you head outside after you get dressed, and it's definitely not as cold as it had been the past few days, despite there being clouds in the air. You smile, breathing in deep through your nose, and see something out of the corner of your eye. You turn and look over to the side of the house. It's some kind of snowman thing. Must have been made by one of the fillies running around in front of your yard. You walk over to it and peer at it for a moment, inspecting it. It was very well made. It looked almost like a real pony.
Wait a minute.
You scratch your chin. Something's definitely going on. Snowmen don't usually move or have eyes.
Hello, Anon. I hadn't forgotten about how you left me in the snow. I've been waiting here for you.
The snowman mutters in a soft, familiar voice, yet it had a
the
small hint
fuck?
of malice behind that silky smooth tone of, oh. Oh fuck. Rainbow just flew off into the distance. Huh. You really don't like where this is going.
Sorry, but I'm with Rainbow Dash now. You're too late.
The snowman stops abruptly, eyeing you for a moment. Oh shit. She senses your hesitation.
Well, Rainbow isn't here, now is she? So that means you're fair game.
She leaps out of the snow
That's
and
not how it
tackles you
works.
down. The snow too high for anyone to see anything. Fuck. She has that crazy look in her eyes again. You've never liked that. Well, Anon, this is just perfect. And to think today seemed pretty damn good so far. But now you've got a crazed mare holding you down as you struggle under her weight. Damn, it's always the quiet ones. Fluttershy growls before grabbing your shirt in her teeth. With a sharp tug, you wince as she rips your favorite shirt off of you, exposing your torso to the open air. Oh fuck. There's the cold, in the form of snow against your back. You instinctively arch your back to get out of the cold, but all it does is press up against Flutter Rape.
Oh, Anon. I didn't know you would be so forward with me.
She says in an obviously forced seductive tone. What the fuck is up with these damn crazy mares? She's moved down to your waist now, fumbling with your pants. Thank the heavens above that these ponies don't have hands to use. Quickly, you pray to whatever deity is listening that this next thing works. You bring your legs up and slam them into her sides, just in front of her hind legs. She lets out a loud yelp and collapses on top of you. Now's your chance. You immediately take advantage of her weakness, struggling to get up while she recovers. As you take a step, however, you feel a tugging on your pant leg, followed by a sharp pain in your ankle. The psychotic mare has your leg in her teeth. She may be crazy and timid, but even you know that her teeth are like a vice. You're not going to be able to get out of it yourself. Quickly, Anonymous. Think of an alternative. You should run. You lift your leg, placing one foot in front of the other as you try your best to run. The snow is helping you with the lack of traction it gives Fluttershy's hooves. Despite the lack of traction, however, you're still stuck being forced to tug her along behind you, her teeth not letting go of your leg.
Why are you always trying to rape me, Fluttershy?
You yell out angrily, picking up your pace as the snow becomes a bit shallower.
Because you're not like the rest of us, Anon. Oh yes, your body is so much different from us. And that's what drives me crazy. I want to know more. I want to feel you buried deep inside me.
You let out an audible, annoyed groan before trying your best to shake her off of your leg. Ow, damn, not trying that again. Leg in a vice grip, she's not letting you go. Then you hear a sound. Not a sound that you're used to. Fluttershy notices it too. Her eyes are looking around and her ears are perked up. You hear it from all directions. All around you, small mounds of snow are moving around, slowly closing in on you. Fucking fillies. Fucking snow. How do fillies even make snowballs anyway? Don't they have, like, hooves? As you slosh onward, the fillies continue pelting both of you with snowballs, the freezing cold hitting your bare torso, feeling like tiny pin needles with every slap of snow spraying across your chest and back. But not all is lost, for with every bad situation, there is a silver lining. They're also pelting Fluttershy with snowballs. This could work.
Eat shit!
You yell out before picking up a giant wad of snow in your arms. The freezing cold is enough to keep you moving quickly, and you dump the whole thing on Fluttershy, who lets out a yelp of surprise and lets go of your leg in the midst of everything. Time to run like hell is on your heels, Anon. Use those junior high track skills. Get your ass in gear. You take a sharp turn to the left, hiding behind a building as Fluttershy manages to recover from the stun.
Anon! You know that I'll find you! I always do!
You hear her screech through the skies as she zooms around, peering down at the ground to try and find you. Yeah, it's about time to get out of here. You turn and head down the alleyway, out of the viewing range of Flutter Rape, and run into a large orange pony wearing a hat and striped bow. His fur is a brilliant amber hue, and his mane is a curly orange.
Oh, Anonymous! What are you doing back here?
Oh, sorry, Mr. Cake. Just trying to keep myself hidden. That's all.
You feel that the less people that know about Fluttershy's insane lust, the better.
Now, why would you be doing that? Come on inside. The least we can do for you is get something to eat for you. You look like you haven't eaten well for days.
Huh. More than likely true. You've been cooped up in your house for a while. You were definitely getting hungry. And your stomach makes it clear to the two of you that it agrees. Mr. Cake lets out a laugh.
And it looks like I was right on the money, wasn't I? Come on in, Anonymous.
Well, couldn't hurt, you guess. You step up and into the back door of Sugar Cube Corner. Mr. Cake could very well be a new potential bro if this is as good as you hope it is. Wait, did you really run that far? Sugar Cube Corner is nearly on the other side of Ponyville. And why are all the lights off?
Mr. Cake?
You turn around, but he's gone and the door's closed. The hell? Black. A whole lot of black. What the hell is going on here?
Hello?
You ask out into the dark room, squinting and adjusting your eyes as best you can to the darkness. Suddenly, lights. Bright lights.
Surprise!
You hear voices shout from all around as ponies of every shape, size, and color jump out from behind furniture all around the bakery, causing your heart to skip a beat. Everyone's here. Rainbow, Twilight Sparkle, Rarity, and Applejack? Pinkie hops over to you and immediately breaks out in a cheerful musical number. You're still unsure of how she's able to come up with those things so fast, and she's moving her mouth so quickly you can barely catch what she's saying, except it sounded like at one point it was talking about you and Rainbow. You smile and turn to her after she finishes her song.
Thanks, Pinkie. But why a party?
Silly! You can have a party for anything!
She exclaims, wrapping a hoof around your shoulder.
Besides, what better way to celebrate with the two of you hooking up like that than a party? You've been cooped up in that little house for too long. Time to give you some food.
She giggles, zipping off into the back room as the rest of the ponies from around town begin to socialize and enjoy themselves. Except Applejack. She's being awfully quiet. No rape attempt, so that's a relief. But
Hello,
still,
I'm back.
So, what do you think? Pretty awesome party, huh?
Rainbow asks, flying over and smiling up at you. You laugh, picking her up into a hug.
This is awesome, Dash. Really. Thanks a bunch.
Silence engulfs the crowd as Pinkie comes out of the kitchen a few moments later, wheeling out a massive chocolate cake in front of her.
To Anon and Dashi!
She cheers, riling up the crowd. That's the biggest damn cake you've ever seen someone give to you. Sure, you'd had pretty big cakes here before, but seriously, it's almost as tall as you are. You laugh, turning to Pinkie and releasing Rainbow from the hug.
Thanks, everyone. Really.
A few hours into the party, and 3 slices of the richest chocolate cake you've ever had later, Pinkie creeps up over to you, plopping her flank down next to you as you take another bite of the cake.
So Anon, you two bump and flank yet?
She's giggling with a sly grin on her face. You nearly choke on the piece of cake you have in your mouth from that.
No! Of course not!
You manage to cough out, quickly swallowing the bite of cake. Damn, you could have really used a glass of milk with that. Rainbow looks at Pinkie with a raised eyebrow, but then gets a playful grin.
Well, Anon, why don't we change that?
She growls softly into your ear as Pinkie giggles on the other side.
I'm not sure I'm ready for that kind of thing.
You're trying your best to take your mind off of the conversation by trying to swallow what remained of the cake.
Why is that, Anon? Don't tell me you're scared.
You quickly shake your head.
Let's just get back to eating. That all right? Pinkie, this cake is great.
Both of the ponies burst out in laughter.
Oh man, you should have seen your face! Don't think I've ever seen you get that red before.
Rainbow laughs, rolling around on the ground.
Damn sneaky ponies.
Oh, Anon, don't be like that! We're just poking a
Being
little fun,
racist, I
that's
just thought
all.
about it.
Pinkie says, crawling up and nudging your shoulder with a hoof.
Besides, who can laugh at that expression? Priceless! Priceless!
Rainbow snickers, finally starting to recover.
Besides, we wouldn't do something like that
You let out a sigh of relief.
in public.
Why is this cake so goddamned rich? It's the best fucking thing you've tasted in weeks, but if they keep making you choke like this, you swear it's going to be the death of you.
So I got ice cream and noodles. My mouth is getting numb by the ice cream, and I plan to warm it up with the noodles. Yummy. Food. Here, let me blow on that for you guys. It's still hot. It's still hot.
Rainbow, you shouldn't tease Anon with those ideas.
Pinky snickers mischievously, looking to her cyan-furred friend.
But it's so much fun! Besides, he doesn't mind, right, Anon?
Hell hath no fury like a man being assaulted with sexual tension by pastel-colored equines. You bite your tongue, holding back from swearing and reminding yourself that, yes, you were in a situation that may have demanded you to take action, but there were also small fillies in the building, and the last thing you needed were angry mares and stallions coming to you when their children start spouting off special words which they've learned through you.
Let's save this for another time. How's that sound?
Rainbow grins, but immediately catches on. She was probably pushing you too far at this point. Even your bro knows when enough is enough.
Oh, alright. We'll wait until you and I are alone to talk about this.
You can feel her breath along your neck as she says this, sending a shiver down your spine.
Yeah! Right now, let's just enjoy the party!
Pinky exclaims, zipping off into the crowd with blazing speed. You sigh, your head drooping into your hands, before looking to Rainbow with a smile.
Well, at least she's got enough energy to go around, huh?
You hold up a piece of your cake to your bro, who happily takes it into her mouth and swallows it, sucking your fingers clean. Hopefully nobody was watching that. She had a very sensual way of pulling that off.
So nervous, even when it's consensual, aren't you, Anon?
Applejack. She still has the same look as before, but it looks like she's keeping herself together while in public.
The hell do you want?
You shoot her a look of contempt, and she flinches a bit, but soon returns with a forced smirk on her face.
To enjoy the party, of course. After all, it is your 2nd-year anniversary of coming here, isn't it?
She stamps a hoof on the floor to accent her statement. You think about this for a moment, and lo and behold, she's right.
Oh my gosh, that's right!
Pinky exclaims, hopping back over to you.
We're celebrating 2 events with one super mega ultra awesome party!
That's right. It was exactly 2 years ago today Rainbow Dash found you. Hard to believe it, isn't it? Feels like it was just yesterday, huh?
You nod. It really does feel like it's been a short while.
And it seems you finally decided you're gonna stay here, I assume?
Twilight asks, smiling brightly at you. Now this you hadn't quite
We love
considered
noodles,
as
guys.
much.
Noodles are
You
the
had
best.
made friends here, yeah, but what about back home? What about your family, your friends, your loved ones? On the other hand, however, this world was so much more peaceful than Earth. No major
Oh my
wars,
God, it's so good.
no mass genocide,
I love noodles.
no corruption. And of course, you had your bro here, Rainbow Dash.
Yes. Yes, I have.
Rainbow's eyes immediately light up, and she leaps from her seat, landing into your chest and knocking you out of
God.
your seat, nuzzling into your neck in happiness.
Wonderful, darling.
A white unicorn manages to escape from the crowd and walk over to the rest of you.
You can't just leave like that anyway.
Nice.
You're too good of a person. We wouldn't allow it.
You chuckle, smiling as you stroke Rainbow's mane, realizing that, regardless of what you may be, these ponies, well, all of them did. You sit up and smile, releasing Rainbow to float up into the air.
Besides,
Oh,
you can't just
God.
leave Rainbow alone like that.
Okay.
She'd never forgive you just up and left like that.
You laugh at this. Chances are, she probably wouldn't.
Oh, I
The sound
tuned
of
it
the
down
door
way
being
too much
smacked
that
is heard,
first time.
echoing throughout the room despite the partying that was occurring inside. The music stops. The ponies stop walking the dinosaur and get off the floor, and one final is heard before a crashing sound rattles the bakery as the front door slams down, revealing a very distraught and very angry Pegasus.
I told you, Anonymous. You're going to love me.
Fuck. Somehow you knew. Somewhere in the deep recesses of your mind. Somehow you knew that something like this was going to happen. Fucking Fluttershy.
Shit.
As the now deranged Pegasi steps towards you, Rainbow flies between you two.
What the heck are you doing, Fluttershy?
She asks, stamping a
What
hoof
the heck
angrily.
you
It was
doing,
clear by this point
Fluttershy?
that the two of them meant business. Rainbow wasn't going to let Fluttershy lay a hoof on you, and Fluttershy wasn't going to let Rainbow stand in her way any longer. Fluttershy simply snorts, her hooves in an aggressive stance.
Anon is not going to deny me this time. I've had it.
She finally snaps, stamping a hoof down before charging. Well, this is it. This is really it. Say
Oh,
goodbye to your
ow,
Xeno
my
virginity.
feet, ow.
It looks like she's been stopped. Where'd that rope come from?
Applejack?
The yellow Pegasus yelps in surprise as the orange pony pulls on the rope, holding the deranged mare back despite her tugging.
That's enough, Sugar Cube. He's already got him a mare.
Fluttershy continues tugging, but at this point you can see it's a futile effort. Eventually, she realizes this as well and collapses to the ground in tears. You feel a shiver go up your spine, as if someone or something would have had your head if it/they saw you had done this.
No, not after all this time.
She continues to weep, both crushed by the fact that your affection would never be hers, and embarrassed by the fact that nearly everyone at the party was staring at her display at this point. Slowly, hesitantly, you walk over to her and kneel down in front of her. She slowly opens her eyes again once she calms down, only to jump at seeing your being right in front of her.
Why?
She looks up at you, tears in her eyes.
Because, after all this time, all I've ever come to expect from you is rape or some other form of holding me against my will.
You give a small look to Rainbow before returning to Fluttershy.
That's not what I want in someone.
She sniffles a bit before getting to her hooves a bit hesitantly as you speak.
But that doesn't mean we can't still be friends. Even if I don't accept your advances, you're still one of us, and that won't change.
Wow.
She sniffs a bit more before looking up at you with big glossy eyes.
Okay.
Huh. At least that's over.
Right after I get some of that big, anon meat of yours.
She grins, lunging forward at you and knocking you down. Damn horny ponies and their uncontrollable instincts. Isn't estrus in, like, spring or something? Rainbow quickly leaps into the air, charging at Fluttershy with full intent on slamming into the Pegasus.
Oh no, you don't.
The butter-colored mare growls, raising her hind legs into the air to use Rainbow's momentum against her. Oh shit, she's going to get slammed. Rainbow's eyes widen and she pulls up at the last second, only to slam her head into the ceiling, knocking her out of the sky and nearly barreling into the giant cake in the room.
He's mine.
Fluttershy yells, turning back to you with eyes the size of pinpricks. She presses on your bare chest, her teeth still grinding with anticipation, and you can already feel an... Oh god. It's dripping on your waist. Her... Oh man. You can nearly vomit right now. She has you pinned under her, just like in the snow. And that's when the familiar purple aura of Twilight's magic surrounds her, lifting her slowly into the air.
No, let me go.
She flails and kicks,
What the
and you
fuck
quickly
is
roll
dripping
to the
onto
side,
them?
getting out of the way of, well, the liquids that were now stained all over your pants. Fucking gross.
Why, Fluttershy?
You ask, getting to your feet and staring at her at eye level.
Why would you try something like that? Especially in front of all of our friends.
She looks at you with wide eyes, before looking away.
I wanted you, Anon. I wanted you for the longest time. Rainbow first found you out in the Evergreen Forest. You were always interesting to me.
She's choking up now, but you keep your distance at this point. You don't know if she's going to try something again.
And when I found out you were with Rainbow, I just...
She sniffles a bit, holding back tears.
It threw you over the edge?
She nods solemnly as Twilight slowly lowers it back to the ground.
Anon, I'm so sorry about all this. Really, I am.
She looks up at you with teary eyes.
It's alright, Fluttershy. I understand.
You reach down and pull her into a hug. She's too stunned to move.
Apology accepted.
Okay, so
Slowly,
I'm gonna
she
have
wraps
to
her
end
front
this.
hooves around
I
you
gotta
and hugs
go
back tightly.
rethink
She
life
buries
choices
her muzzle into
now.
your chest, and you can hear small
Because of
sobs
that
coming from her.
fucking
Anon,
scene.
you're one crazy guy, you know that? 5 seconds ago, y'all were worried she'd get into those pants of yours. Don't know if you're just more forgiving or
See
you're just
everyone.
plain nuts.